The man who starts out simply with the idea of getting rich won't succeed. You must have a larger ambition. John D. Rockefeller. Let that quote sink in for a moment. Imagine a man who built one of the greatest fortunes the world has ever known. Not just ambition, but through discipline, vision, and deeply rooted values. Today, we enter the mind of a titan, a man who wasn't just rich, he shaped the very foundations of capitalism. He didn't just build companies, he built a legacy. And more importantly, he built a mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about John Davison Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire and the founder of Standard Oil, a company that once controlled more than 90% of the oil industry in the United States. He's not only remembered for his unprecedented wealth, but for his remarkable discipline, work ethic, and deep spiritual beliefs. At one point, his net worth, adjusted for inflation, would have made him the richest man in modern history, richer than Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates combined. But this podcast is not about the billions he made. It's about the wisdom he passed down to his only son, John D. Rockefeller Jr., in a collection of powerful letters, 38 of them, filled with guidance on money, work, character, faith, discipline, and the responsibility of being wealthy. These are not just letters, they are blueprints for a life well lived. They are echoes of Father's love, concern, and hope. And today I'll walk through the greatest lessons from his treasure of wisdom. So, the letters. Let's dive into the core themes of these letters. I've grouped them into 7 timeless lessons that every listener can apply, whether you're a student, entrepreneur, parent, or leader. First, the power of work and responsibility. Do not be afraid to work. Do not be ashamed to be poor. Rockefeller believed that work is sacred. In his letters, he often reminded his son to never shy away from responsibility and to always carry his share for the burden. The lesson is whatever you do, do it with excellence. Start small, but be dependable. Greatness is built on consistency, not bursts of passion. Frugality and self control. Save when you can and not when you have to. Despite his massive wealth, Rockefeller was known for his extreme frugality. He taught his son to record every penny, avoid debt, and never spend foolishly, even when you're rich. The lesson is wealth isn't about how much you earn, but how well you manage what you have. Live below your means. Don't let luxury destroy your character. Now, next, integrity and trust. Your name is your best asset. One of the most powerful themes in that of integrity, Rockefeller urged his son to always be honest, even in small matters, to be fair, transparent, and never deceive. The lesson is trust is like glass. Once broken, it's hard to repair. In business, in life, and in love, integrity opens doors money never will. Next is spirituality and God's guidance. I believe the power to make money is a gift from God. Rockefeller viewed his success as part of divine plan. He prayed, read sacred books, and believed wealth was test of character. He warned his son to stay grounded in faith. The lesson is stay humble in a world chasing material things. Anchor yourself in something eternal, faith, gratitude, and purpose. Next, the value of education and reading. Learn all you can. Knowledge will not betray you. Rockefeller was a voracious learner. Though he never went to college, he constantly read and grew. He told his son that learning is a lifetime pursuit, not a school subject. The lesson he tried to teach his son was read daily, think deeply, challenge yourself intellectually. The best investment you can make is in your own mind. Next lesson, dealing with people. Be fair with all, generous with the deserving, and cautious with the greedy. Rockefeller understood people deeply. In the letters, he teaches his son how to manage men, negotiate wisely, and avoid those who use charm to manipulate. The lesson is learn to read character, protect your time and energy, build relationship with people who elevate your vision. Next, philanthropy and legacy. Give while you live so you know where it goes. Rockefeller didn't wait to die before giving. He taught his son to give wisely, deliberately, and early, not just to charities, but to ideas and institutions that uplift humanity. The lesson is the true measure of success is not how much you have, but how many lives you impact. Your wealth is a tool, use it well. So, these letters weren't just a father's personal message, they are life manuals. They are principles that echo through time. In a world obsessed with fast money, these letters whisper timeless truths. Work hard, live simply, give generously, trust God. Rockefeller didn't tell his son to become rich, he told him to become useful, kind, just, and wise. In today's noisy world of social media flexing, instant gratification, and financial shortcuts, Rockefeller's wisdom reminds us to go back to the basics. Build character, serve others, think long term, be disciplined, and above all, be true to yourselves. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart and mind of John D. Rockefeller. If this episode moved you, inspired you, or taught you something new, share it with someone you care about. Let the wisdom spread. And remember, a good father doesn't just give his son money, he gives him the mindset to create his own. Until next time, stay wise, stay grounded, and build a legacy worth remembering. Peace and love, Hamza.